G'day, my name is Simon Stretton. I own Jurong Dingo Sanctuary, which is the only dingo sanctuary of its type in Queensland. Presently here before me you see some of my Fraser Island dingoes that have been bred under a captive breeding program that I was trying to work out with the Queensland government. Now the dingoes that I have here, these have all been reared by me, handled by me. They're still wild, but because we have quite a few people come here to see the dingoes, they seem to be a bit more tame. Now, if you say compared to the dingoes on Fraser Island, well, there's no way known you could do this. The dingoes here, you've got to leave them alone. From a safety point of view, if you start interfering with them, the chance are you could have an incident. Whereas if people were to come here and see my dingoes, because they've been more humanised, because they've just seen more people there, seem to have a more friendlier approach. They're less wary, but dingoes by nature are very wary, very timid, and so what you see here, there's no way known you could do this on Fraser Island. Now when on Fraser Island, and I hope many of you people will visit it, with the dingoes there's a high, you've really got to be safe around the dingoes. You've got to make sure your children are always right beside you, within arm's length. Don't let them running up and down the beach, because any type of running is going to excite the dingo, probably bring him out of the sand dunes and come down and start chasing your kids. So if you make sure that you've got them right beside you. Now when you're camping, make sure all your food is locked up. Make sure your eskies are locked up. Don't leave any plastic bags hanging off your mirrors or your spare tyre with food in it. It's only going to entice the dingoes in, and it's going to cause some incidents. And with this behaviour, if you don't do the right thing and be safe and make sure that you behave yourselves, if you do something wrong and the dingo gets too involved, the dingo is going to be killed. So if you want to see the dingoes, sit there, take photos from a distance, but don't approach them, don't interfere. I know from personal experience, I was taken to court a few years ago because I was on Fraser Island with Jennifer Parkhurst, and I had some footage of dingoes approaching me. I was charged for allegedly feeding dingoes. Well, the term was making food to be available. And in my mind, because I can do that on the mainland, I did know that on Fraser Island it comes under what they call the RAMA Act, the Recreation Area Management Act, and because there's a different law on Fraser Island as to the mainland, unbeknownst to me, I had broken the law. So I got charged, I got fined, and that was it. But I learnt the lesson the hard way. Okay. Now if you find yourself on Fraser Island and you find that there's a group of dingoes approaching you, now the thing is, you don't run, you don't scream, you don't do anything. You just stand still. Now if the dingoes come up to you, they will circle around you because they're going to be wary, like what are you doing in their territory? You have invaded their homeland. So if you do find yourself in a situation where these dingoes are coming up, just stand still. You don't have to look at them, just stand still, don't make any sudden movements, and just look around or look away, and I can guarantee you within 2 or 3 minutes, the dingoes are going to be totally bored with you because you're doing nothing. They've come down, they've checked you out, you're doing nothing, they're bored, and they'll just go off and leave you alone, and then you can keep doing what you're doing. But thing is, don't do anything to excite the dingoes, just stand still and wait a couple of minutes, and in that time the dingoes, they will just walk away from you. And what you just saw then, is it sunk? Gotta get the flame with coconut. Idiot. Good boy, you like. Good boy.
Mm-hmm.